everybody. So today we're going to have the next tasting of my porter with Crystal 60 malt, chocolate malt, and chocolate wheat malt. This was bottled on 3.2, 5.3% ABV. I was going in order of when I made them, and then I switched to doing the Crystal 40 version, then the Crystal 60. So I just finished up the Crystal 40 version, which was bottled on 322. So that was a little bit younger than this one. But let's go ahead and get this open. In that video, and I'll say it probably every single time now, I wanted to do a comparison against cold out of the fridge versus maybe 30-45 minute warm-up beer. Most of the time I do 30 minutes, 45 minutes on my stouts and on my porters. But I just wanted to see what you got out of the different temperatures that they would be. If you go to a bar and order a stout, that keg is going to be in a cooler, so you're going to get it cold. If I go to Bell's and get a stout or a porter, it's in the cooler. If you took it out of the building and opened it, you're going to drink it cold. So instead of 45-minute warmed up. Now, you could get the beer, let it sit, get another one, is what I would do, of an IPA or something. Drink that, let that warm up, and then drink it. But, yeah, whatever. So let's go ahead and get this open, get it into a glass. Small hiss, just like the 40 version, a little bit of smoke. I do not go back and watch the other reviews before I do this. Because this is not the first tasting, I will put a link to the playlist up here if you want to go check out the grain bill for that. But most of the time it's going to be a base malt, then the malts that I say, but that will have the quantities also in the description, will also have the quantities that I use. This one does have more of a head. Light tan in color, small and medium bubbles. It is dissipating now. If we look at the color, yeah, brown too. A dark brown in color. You guys are seeing pretty much black from what I can see on the camera. It is dark brown. It is not black like a stout. So yeah, I think the color is fine. Let's go ahead and smell. I will be doing a side-by-side after this with the 40 version and the 60 version. I'm obviously this is a porter, it is not a stout. I'm really not getting that roasted malt. The thing I'm getting is like a roasted nuttiness, which is weird because there's no nuts in here. I don't know if it's a combination of the chocolate wheat and the malt, or what's going on, why I'm getting that roasted nut. It kind of smells like this could be like a peanut butter porter beer, like very low peanut butter porter. Definitely a little bit of chocolate, a touch of bitter coffee is what I get, but it's low, but that roasted nut is what I'm getting. I don't know if it's some combination and it's the roasted malt with maybe the Crystal 60 being kiln longer, so it's a little bit of sweetness or nuttiness coming from that Crystal 60. But yeah, I've got it on both. Okay, let's go ahead and taste. A little bit more bitter coffee. Body's a little lighter, but we'll talk about that in the side-by-side. Has the body of a porter. Yeah, more of a bitter coffee with a touch of chocolate in there. That's hard. Yeah, this one feels definitely with the lower body, like more like astringency because of the Crystal 60 being kilned a little bit longer. The higher ABV is bringing out more of that roasted notes in there. I get the chocolate like a very light roasted nuttiness chocolate up front. Very low. But the body of this is what I think a porter should be. It's not watered down. I think the flavors are a little bolder than what I was thinking they would be. Like they kind of don't match the body. The body's lighter. It's a little bolder flavor in there. In that, like, roasted bitter coffee chocolate stands out. Like, stays in the aftertaste. Yeah, like a darker roasted malt in the back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get as much chocolate in this one. We'll have to see in the side by side exactly. I think that's the best thing to do, especially if you're going to homebrew beers and try different stuff. Make double batches. I mean, obviously these are small. I make 1.25 gallons going into the carboy, but I'm sure we're going to learn a lot tasting that 40 because I can already see a difference, but I really want to get them together because you would think you would get more, like, say, caramel toffee, light caramel toffee out of the 60 version since it's kiln longer. And I really don't get that. I get more of that roasted, but I was definitely thinking kind of on the along the lines of like a brown, more toffee, more caramel mixed with that chocolate and maybe a little bit of coffee. But I knew it was probably going to bring around bitterness, which it definitely did. Carbonation probably for most people is a little low, but I think it's fine. It's a porter. I almost treat it as a stout as far as carbonation, and almost the lower the better. I mean, obviously, I'm sure if it's less than something, I probably wouldn't like it, but I think this is fine. I'm still seeing bubbles coming up, but this glass is etched. So if you've made anything like this, leave a comment down below. Hey, put a recipe for a porter and I will probably brew it. If you enjoyed this, check out the videos over here. And until next time, happy brewing.